Son asked where his mother had gone. According to the doctor, things were serious, but Jane insisted she was fine. She had been sent to a mental hospital and that was just the beginning. That white walls, the silent nurses, the quiet room, Jane sat curled up in this unfamiliar place. Visitors weren't allowed for a while. The doctor said that seeing family might bring back painful memories which could make her recovery harder. But the truth was, Jane shouldn't have been there at all. She remembered clearly the day someone had forced her to press her hand on a form that said voluntary admission agreement. Before she even understood what it meant, it was signed, and when she came to her senses, she was already locked inside. Jane knew she wasn't insane. She was thinking clearly. She realized she had to escape. She couldn't just sit and accept this. She would escape and bring down everyone who put her here. Gradually, Jane became the quiet patient, the one no one worried about. But they didn't know it was all an act. Every day, Jane took her pills and pretended to swallow them, hiding them behind a flower pot. She memorized the drug names and blind spots in the camera angles, even the distances between rooms. She knew she needed to become invisible. If no one noticed her, she could move more freely. She started getting closer to the other patients. At first, she just sat near them. Then she shared snacks, nodded along with their stories. Soon, people saw her as harmless. The staff began to ease up. One nurse commented that Jane had calmed down and might soon return to society. But inside, Jane was sharper than ever. She watched every movement, stayed in character like an actress on stage. People believe lies more than truth, she told herself. And as her performance improved, she felt sure her escape was near. She looked up one day and noticed a tiny crack in the ceiling. This place wasn't perfect. She would be. Her silence was now a weapon, her gaze a blade. Meanwhile, Doyeon, who was at the hospital for work, came across Jane's medical records by chance. What started as curiosity turned into concern when he read the documents. Her voluntary admission form had her signature, but the handwriting was wrong, uneven and not hers. Suspicious, he checked the hospital security footage. What he saw shocked him. Jane had walked in calmly with a guardian, her face too peaceful to be someone having a mental breakdown. He muttered to himself that this was all staged. Jane hadn't come in willingly. He dug deeper. Jane's admission papers, the guardian's signature, the doctor's report. Some were missing. Dates didn't match. Signatures were absent. A puzzle started to form in Doyeon's mind. This wasn't treatment. It was a trap. Someone had used the law to lock Jane away. He stepped out of the records room and called someone, Yukyung. He asked if anything strange had happened around Seri lately. Yukyung paused, then shared what she remembered. A few days ago, she saw Seri trying to secretly delete something from the company server. There had been a heated argument with an IT staff member. Sari's face had looked like she was hiding something. Now it made sense. If Sari and Gi Chan were behind this, it wasn't just a personal matter, it was a crime. Yukyung firmly agreed. They had to find proof. From that moment, Doyeon and Yukyung became allies. They would save Jane and uncover the truth behind her confinement.
'Cause you are beautiful.